Move on to Russia here. So Russia, we'd like to introduce a new segment because there's a lot that goes on in Russia, not just the war with Ukraine. There's a lot that you may not know about, which sometimes it's important, sometimes it's relevant, and sometimes it's just hilarious and foreign enough that it makes us uneasy, which brings us to a new segment we'd like to call Russian and Bussin. All right.
They're silly people.
So on Monday, Vladimir Putin, just to be clear, not fans of Vladimir Putin.
No fans.
Nope.
That was mocking.
Also, by the way, not a fan of Zelensky, just to be clear.
No.
Yeah, don't like any of them.
Nope.
And I don't think we should be involved, just to be clear.
He's got an Oscar, though.
He does, yeah, for playing the piano with his dong. So on Monday, Vladimir Putin signed into law a new bill outlawing what they refer to as materials that promote LGBT. See, they don't go QAIP.
They don't go far, yeah.
I'm surprised they went with the T.
Me too.
They should have been like, LG, that's all you get.
The TV?
You will say, give me B and T. I say, no, you do not get your L and G, and even that is a stretch here in Russia. So they banned materials that promote gay, queer, whatever lifestyles. Here you go.
For years, being gay has been extremely tough in Russia. Now it's about to get even harder.
Poor choice
After
of
Russian
words.
parliament passed what it calls
pun
the
intended.
LGBT propaganda law, claiming in part it's a defense against U.S. influence.
Это Содом.
I cannot put it any other way. The United States of America has become the global center of this sodomy. Let them live there. Do not touch us.
I mean, he's not wrong.
No.
Don't touch us. He's just looking at some Trudeau. He's like, don't touch! Don't touch me! You and your black face and gay hands.
And very short.
The
tables.
United States sodomy. They stuck that landing.
It's like a nightstand.
Yeah, there's no LGBT. Like, the men who like to have sex with men, how does that even? A man cannot accommodate a man unless you do something gross. So under the new law, individuals can be fined over $6,000 for what they refer to as LGBT propaganda, over $3,000 for demonstrations of LGBT causes, information that encourages a change of gender among teenagers. So here's the thing. Some of that seems fair.
Right.
And if we put that into effect here, we could just basically eliminate the national debt just from the fines to Disney.
It's true. True story.
So you can comment below on what you think about this, and if you can at least understand where they're coming from. Of course, I don't think that anyone should be punished just for being gay. Of course, I believe that everyone should have equal rights here in this country. I don't believe that marriage is a fundamental human right, but I believe in civil unions, and that's always been my position. But I certainly don't think that someone should be arrested for being gay, someone should be mistreated for being gay, someone should not enjoy the same rights as everyone else. But I do understand them right now trying to safeguard when they look in the United States and they see children being put on puberty blockers, when they see hypersexualized issues being taught to children ages kindergarten through third grade. And you'll hear some people say, this is a boogeyman argument. I hear people from the left saying, no, it's not a boogeyman argument. It's not a what if. It's not a slippery slope argument. There had to be legislation proposed to stop it because of the policy of the entire DNC, to be clear. So I understand this reaction. Might be an overreaction from Russia, but you also have to understand, like with Brittany Griner, they don't share your values.
No.
They don't see a bunch of guys with leather chokers on floats having sex in the streets of San Francisco as something they want in Russia. And by the way, I would say that that's our best export as the United States.
Right, exactly. And by the way, this is a strengthening of an already what they saw as a draconian 2013 law. They're just basically making it harder on people who do these things. But go back to one of those quotes. They basically said for teenagers, if you're doing a public display for teenagers, in their mind, they cannot even imagine having kids involved in any of that.
Right.
They're saying, no, this is a $3,000-something fine if
only they knew.
And it's like, no, but they're looking at us and going, I don't want to be that hellscape.
But my point is, what are they must be missing. They're sitting there at their large table going like, oh, they can't do this with teenagers. They're not old enough. What's next? Having drag queen brunch with French toast and 5-year-olds? Stop strawmanning, Boris. Come on. They're not that crazy. We're talking about teenagers. They have no idea that's happening with children in grade schools.
Yes, and then they just turn on the news and they're like, well, son of a...
Like, oh,
Boris,
this is so much worse.
all right, Boris.
We need new laws.
We need bigger tables, too.
Quick, get Putin. Oh, he shit himself downstairs again. Well, we'll find the next guy.
You saw that story, too?
Yes, I did.
He fell down the stairs and soiled himself. Whoops.
Wait, really?
Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
what do you mean, really?
Yes.
I didn't see
He
that.
fell downstairs at his residence and shite his pants.
And that's the problem with only operating from might makes right. Same thing
Yeah.
for women. Beauty is temporary.
Yeah.
Putin's never going to be as strong and powerful as he seems, especially when he trips down the stairs and poops himself. People are like, I don't know if he's as alpha as I thought.
Yes. But by the way, he's outlawed stairs in the entire country.
Yes, but
Now. So it's all lifts and ramps.
yes, and it's only slight improvement. He now uses ramp and pisses all over floor. By the way, in seemingly completely unrelated news, 2,500 seals were found dead on the Russian Dagestani coastline.
Oh, poor son.
So federal fisheries, they said that they weren't necessarily sure about the cause, but they would be investigating. And actually, fortunately for us, Russia today obtained, I believe, an exclusive leaked photo.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Well,
Of
that
That
makes
explains
sense.
it.
That's
Yeah.
For people listening on audio, you can go and watch it over at Rumble or on YouTube because it makes no sense. But it involves Seagal and a leather choker and a seal.
Yeah. I was wondering where Seagal went.
Yeah, that's where he is.
Yeah, he's on mission.
In the shadows.
Still has yet to, he's never lost a fight.
Never. Yeah.
Never lost a fight.
Ever.
When people come up to me, bad things happen.
If you check the
Especially if they mention that my hair went from bald to gray to full black to spray paint.
I guarantee you, if you check that seal's head, you'll find a bullet.
I can't be friends with anyone who believes in Steven Seagal. Just so you know.
Hard pass.
That for me is a purity test. If you believe in Steven Seagal as a thing, we have nothing in common.
You know who you are.
All right.